Welcome, everyone. Ready to dive into the world of black and white photography. I'm really excited about this one.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one. Black and white photography, it just has this staying power. Even in our world,
Huh.
all the color everywhere and still.
It's true. You'd think color would have just completely taken over, but
Nope.
there's just something about black and white photos.
Absolutely. I think it goes beyond just like, being nostalgic or something.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. It's like its own language, black and white.
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you, when you take the color away, it forces you to look at other
Oh,
things.
yeah, yeah. Like the light and shadow.
The textures, how things are arranged in the photo, the composition.
It's true. Like a simple photo can become so powerful when it's in black and white.
And you just see the subject so differently.
It's like you see, like, the soul of it or something.
Ooh, that's a good way to put it. That's
Yeah.
good. So let's get into it. We'll look at how black and white photography helps us see things differently. And then photographers have used it for storytelling, to show us emotion, or even like to make a change in the world.
Awesome.
To do that, we got to look at the masters, right?
Right. The masters of black and white.
The ones who really got it.
Exactly.
We have to start with like the classic Ansel Adams.
Oh, definitely. Those landscapes.
Especially those ones of the American West, right?
So breathtaking.
Yeah.
Just iconic.
Adams was I think, a visionary. He didn't just want to, make a pretty picture of a mountain.
Mm.
He wanted to show you how grand nature is,
Mm-hmm.
powerful. And he was a technical master, too. Had this whole system for getting all these tones in his photos. So much detail, it's like you can step right into the scene.
It's amazing. And he wasn't just like an artist.
Right.
He was a big conservationist.
Oh, that's right. Like, he really believed in protecting nature.
Yeah. And his work really, helped people see the beauty of nature, like made them want to protect it.
Yeah, his photos, the black and white, it's like they show you how raw nature is,
Yeah.
and delicate. You kind of connect with the landscape more deeply when the color's not there.
Totally. It makes you notice the details more, the way the light hits the mountains, the texture of the rocks. Sometimes it feels more real than a color photo almost.
Yeah, I know what you mean. So Ansel Adams, capturing these landscapes, these moments in time, but then you have like Henri Cartier-Bresson,
Yeah.
the master of street photography, and of course, his thing, the decisive moment.
I love that concept, the decisive moment. Like everything comes together perfectly, right?
Mhm.
The persons, the light, the composition.
Just for a split second. And he had this knack, Cartier-Bresson, for being there at that right moment, capturing everyday life.
He did. He really did. But it's not just capturing like a random moment. It's
Yeah. No, it's got to have something to it. Emotion, a story in that moment. And black and white, a lot of times, that just makes it even stronger, I think.
absolutely. And he would use these really strong compositions, lines, shapes, things like that. And that's even more striking in black and white.
Oh, totally. Like, think about some of his famous photos. The guy jumping over a puddle, the kids playing in the street. Black and white makes you see the shapes, the movement, the, joy or whatever's happening there. He turns everyday life into art.
I bet everyone listening has had a moment like that,
Right.
a decisive moment, that perfect moment you wish you had captured.
For sure. Cartier-Bresson thought those moments were all around us, just waiting for us to see them and to be ready to capture them when they happen. It really makes you think, photos, like having that power to change things.
Absolutely. So powerful. Okay, speaking of powerful, Sebastian Salgado,
Ah, yes.
a modern master,
Yeah.
still doing it, right? Amazing black and white work.
His stuff is incredible. I mean, the projects he takes on, huge. Documenting like human labor, people moving, migrating, the environment. And he goes to these really tough places to get these shots, but they're just, wow, they're stunning. You see them and you just feel it, the
And
emotion.
they're epic, like literally epic. You can feel the scale of the whole project and what those people are going through, their experiences. You really feel it. Doesn't matter if he's shooting miners or, indigenous people. It's like black and white. It cuts through everything and you get right to the heart of being human.
Yeah, it's like he captures what it means to be human, all the good stuff, the hard stuff, all of it in the black and white. I think it's essential for how he does it. Makes those photos timeless. Like they could be from any time, ancient and modern at the same time.
It's true. Totally agree. There's a weight to them, gravitas. That wouldn't be there with color, I don't think.
That's a great way to put it. And the textures, the contrasts, the shapes, he can really bring those out in black and white, like those photos of people working in the mines, the factories, the dirt, sweat. You can feel the muscles straining. Black and white makes it all so strong.
It's true. And somehow you see the beauty, too. Even in the tough stuff, the struggle.
It's like black and white helps us see past the surface,
Yeah, I get it.
I think that's what ties all these photographers together,
Hmm.
Adams, Cartier-Bresson, all of them. They might have different styles, different subjects, but they all knew black and white was more than just like making a pretty picture. They were showing us something deeper, something about the world, how we fit into it.
It's like they capture the soul of the thing. A mountain, a moment on a busy street, a person who's been through a lot.
They make us feel something, make us think, make us see the world differently.
It is interesting, though, isn't it? I mean, they all worked in black and white, but their styles are so different. Adams, the grand landscapes.
Hmm.
Cartier-Bresson with those decisive moments. Weston and his close-ups. Lange showing us social injustice. And Salgado telling those human stories, epic stories. Shows you just how versatile black and white photography can be.
Oh, for sure. It can be anything. Timeless, modern, realistic, abstract, personal, universal. It all boils down to light and shadow, shape, texture. Take away the color, and we have to see the world in a new way, see what's really there.
Like black and white cuts through all the clutter, all the noise,
Yeah.
gets to the heart of it.
Exactly. Makes us slow down, really look, connect with the emotion, the story, and the photo.
It does make you think, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Why does black and white still matter so much? In a world that's just overflowing with color, with stuff to look at.
Yeah. That is a good question. I don't know. Maybe it gives us a sense of like timelessness. We'll link back to the history of photography. Or maybe it's like a break, from all the visual overload we get all the time, like a simpler way of seeing things.
Like hitting pause on all the information coming at you. And then you can really see the photo, the image.
Yes. And then you see the emotion, the textures, how everything's arranged in the photo, things you might miss otherwise.
It's true. So what does this all mean for us, the viewers? Like, how can we use this, even if we're not photographers ourselves?
I'm glad you asked. Okay, so the next time you see a black and white photo, right, doesn't matter, a famous photo, something your friend took, really look at it.
Don't just glance at it and keep scrolling. Stop. Take a breath. Let it sink in. Like we're learning to see in a whole new way, like training our eyes to notice the light, the shadows, the textures.
Yeah.
And how it all comes together, right? Like telling a story.
That's it, exactly. Slow down, really look. Ask yourself, what's this photo saying? How does it make me feel?
Yeah. And I think that's what's so amazing about black and white photography, It makes you feel things.
Yeah.
Connects you to the subject, to what the photographer's trying to say.
It's like without the color, you get straight to the heart of the photo.
You connect with the emotion, however the person's feeling, happy, sad, strong. It's all right there.
It's true. And it's like we were talking about before, how black and white brings out the textures. Like you can almost feel the stone wall or the flower just by looking at the photo.
It's true. Like you can reach out and touch it.
The textures just pop.
They do.
It's like another layer to the photo, not just what you see, but what you could feel too.
It adds so much. It's amazing how these, basic things, taking away the color, focusing on the light and shadow, how much it changes how we see a picture.
It really is. It's the power of being simple.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes less is more. You get rid of distractions and suddenly, boom, the message is so much stronger.
I love that. I'm so glad we did this deep dive, into black and white photography. It's given me a whole new appreciation for it.
Me too, definitely. It's been great talking about all this with you.
Yeah. And I hope everyone listening, will check out these amazing photographers, Ansel Adams, Henri Cartier-Bresson, Edward Weston, Dorothea Lange, Sebastian Salgado. Their work is incredible. It really shows you how powerful this kind of photography can be, how it can make you feel things, inspire you,
Yeah.
make you question how you see the world.
I agree. And remember, you don't have to be a pro to love black and white photography. Next time you're looking at photos on your phone, in a magazine, whatever, take a second to really look at the black and white ones. You might be surprised what you see.
That's a great point. And hey, maybe this will even inspire some of you to pick up a camera.
Yeah.
Try it out for yourselves. See what kind of magic you can create. There's a whole world of beauty waiting to be captured in black and white.
Well said. So until next time, keep exploring, keep asking questions, and keep looking for the beauty in the everyday, even the ordinary things.
That's a great way to put it. And that's a wrap on another deep dive. Thanks for joining us.